Now, I'm about to shock you with this particular news content. It is about an MPP communicated here. No, there be washa with the NDC for one. NDC for Unsuade, no Pedro Busuade, not Sabi, that's a million politics, not Insuada, Obadama, I am Janda Bottle, a baby nebe, the we are Abadibio. Before me, have a good from a Kuska, my Bible shock you with this particular news content. Once I video, or more than a share for me. Or my video.
Do you have the men?
Oh no, why are you starting? You started to
No,
speak to the issues.
it is the former president who has made this statement.
I was expecting you to rather play his violence video. Let me address this. I think that
on a brief on this, because we have the IMF as well. Yes.
Like I said, the NDC, they are not learning, and they think that their electoral fortunes or the success of the elections in 2024 is simply automatically based on the difficulties that the Ghanaian economy will face. And so for them, they are failing to even do any thinking and tell the people of Ghana the reason why they should vote for them. So you listen to the comments in the video by the former president, and really you're asking yourself, okay, after all is said and done, after all the comedy, after all the trivialities, what is the promise to the people? And the education that you are saying the station boys haven't been able to do, what is it that you think they haven't been able to do, and what are you telling the people you are going to do it, and how are you going to do it? And the health that the station boys haven't been able to handle, according to you, how are you going to handle it? You came, and even hospitals that you had inherited from 2008, you couldn't even complete. The health insurance scheme, you collapsed it. And the education, within the 8 years or so that you spent in government, every year you were leaving 135,000 of the citizens on the streets because, one, a lot of them couldn't afford. Two, we didn't have enough infrastructure to hold them, so we had artificial cutoff points. How are you assuring the people, and what are you pointing to the people that when you come, you'll be able to deliver? You came, and the entire period that you spent in your second term as a government, this country was plunged into darkness. Industries shut down. Media houses, including TV3 and so many other industries, had to lay off workers because operational cost was high. How are you assuring the people that when you come, the stable electricity that we are enjoying today, you are not going to, send us back into the dark days? For me, I think that what the former president should understand is that Ghanaians are discerning. Ghanaians are not going to vote for you simply because you are telling them that the MPP government has not been able to deliver on all their promises. In our West form, we are better than the NDC.
You are better than the NDC in your West form.
In our West form, sector by sector, in our West form. Today, as we speak, even not for anything at all, we have over 2.5 million Ghanaians who have either completed or are going through secondary education at no cost, but at the cost of the people, of the state. Something, but for which a lot of these Ghanaians will remain on the streets. Today, as we speak, COVID showed us clearly how weak our health infrastructure has been, in spite of all the noise they made. In spite of all the noise they made, that they had provided so much infrastructure in health. It came to the fore that indeed we had over 88 districts in this country who did not have the health infrastructure to be able to hold any health emergency. I was an MC, just every year. They didn't have a district hospital just here, which is some few minutes away from Accra. And yet they were touting that they had provided so much health infrastructure, and so no matter what happens, they are the best. But it is obvious that it was just wishy-washy. They were just on paper. Today, the government of the country had to look for money to provide almost about 111 health infrastructure across the country to ensure that the basic health infrastructure, which is a district hospital for every district, so that within that jurisdiction, they know that when they have a health emergency, they can be catered for. That is being provided by this government. Today, as we speak, if you go to Tema, you have these industries, in spite of all the global economic challenges, operating. You have people who are going about their daily lives without losing their jobs, in spite of the economic challenges. The thing about a government is that there is no theory that says there will be an absence of challenges and difficulties. But the true test of a government is how you confront the challenges when they come up. Every country across the globe is going through economic turmoil, including first first world countries. The Americas, the UKs, the Germanys, every country is going to. Germany is seeing inflation that they've never seen before. UK is seeing a 40-year-old inflation. The American currency is under stress. Today, America is seeing a 40-year-old inflation, something they've never experienced. Turkey is having inflation in excess of about 80%. Our trading countries, our trading partners, where we import from, they rely on Russia and Ukraine for their basic input to be able to produce for us to buy from. Today, they are struggling with supply chain issues, for which reason our purchasing or our trade with them is become so expensive and it's impacting on the lives of our people. In spite of all of that, one of the things that the Ghanaian person who is on the street or who is in their homes is very comfortable with and happy with is that there's a government that is working with them to be able to find a solution. 6-7 years ago, when this country encountered a similar challenge under him, former President Mahama, he told us and gave us so many very, very disrespectful comments. Under the energy crisis, he told us that we should stop even charging our phones. At some point, he told us that no matter what we say, he's a dead goat and there's nothing we can do to him. At some point, he told us that he told some people, some unemployed graduates, to go to hell, and so many other.
He told the unemployed graduates.
Yes, to go to hell, and so many. Let me.
No, did he say?
Oh, I said that if somebody says you are told, it means that he rubbished them. He threw them off.
Did he say?
He threw them off. Yes. When somebody says you should go to hell, it means that you were snubbed. That is what it means. But when somebody says you should go to hell, what does it mean? It means that you are saying he can I continue? You are distorting my thoughts.
No, I just wanted to
yes, he did.
You don't make statements and not expect that out.
He did. He snubbed them. He told them to go to hell. He snubbed them and ignored them. For which reason they went on to even form Unemployed Graduates Association. When we came to power, the first thing that confronted us as a government was a huge number of graduates who have completed school and had nothing to do. We had to quickly introduce a stopgap arrangement through the NAPCO to put up almost about 100,000 of these people into active, productive activities, on daily basis. Out of which almost about 40,000 had been mainstreamed.
So how about the 60,000? Where are they?
But at least 40,000 that we inherited had been mainstreamed.
No. But the 60,000, which is the larger number, where are they?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Where are the NAPCO 60,000?
So that is the point I was making. That you see, government confronts the challenges and you put in place measures to deal with it. You cannot have everything done at the go. So you had 100,000, you've taken off 40,000. That is progress. So you had 100,000. It is better than having 100,000 and saying, I ignore you. Go and weed the roadside. Go and cut grass.
So the 60,000 that's left, have you paid their arrears, which it's about 9 months or so? The last time I checked, the NAPCO trainees allowances, the arrears of 9 months. Have you paid them?
I cannot confirm that, but even if they have arrears, the good thing is that they have evidence of indebtedness to them by a government. It is better than they being home in the past when they had no hope or nobody owed them. That is fine. In economics.
So I'm asking you a specific question.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I cannot confirm what you are saying because I don't have
you made reference to that as one of the progress and the interventions you have made.
I cannot confirm whether some people who are owed some arrears have been paid or not. But the point I am making with that reference is that 100,000 of unemployed graduates that we came to meet had been put into a stopgap arrangement, out of which over 40,000 today had been mainstreamed and are productive. These 40,000 had been home for 8 years. That is the import of my argument. So
what's the plan for the 60,000?
There are several interventions that are ongoing. Even as at now, as we speak, almost about 6,000 or 7,000 are being recruited into the Ghana Health Service. Last week, close to about 2,000 or 3,000 or so are being recruited into the Ghana Education Service. It's all over.
As what?
Teachers and nurses. Yes, teachers and nurses. Yes, as we speak. Ghana Health Service is recruiting. Ghana Education Service has been issuing out. They are done with their recruitment process and they are issuing out appointment letters. Yesterday, you had recruits coming out of the National Fire Service, passing out from the National Fire Service and all of that. The fact of the matter is, Alfred, it doesn't matter how you attempt to twist or tell.
So the last time I checked, it was the 2019 graduates, nurses, who were being recruited. 2019.
Perfect. So
we have upcoming. There's 2020 graduates, 2021 graduates, 2022 graduates who are still at home. What's the plan for them?
Also, application of sanctions, arrears on bills due on 1st January 2015. And it reads.
No, so is that February 18? What's the date?
The letter is dated February 18, 2015.
Yeah. Okay, earlier you said 2025, so
Not 2015.
Okay.
And it reads, we wish to inform you that as of today, we have not received full payment in respect of bank group bills as per the attached arrears report. Therefore, and in accordance with the bank group policy on loan arrears recovery, we wish to inform you that sanctions have been imposed on 1st February 2015. We could count on your prompt action for the timely settlement of the amounts due to enable the lifting of sanctions. So in 2015, under Mahama, we defaulted on our loan obligations to Africa Development Bank. I'm not sure 2015 to now is up to 40 years. So he lied. Number two, he said Bawumia is a chronic liar and therefore lacks the credibility to be president. And I think that as somebody who is passionately advocating for Mahama, he should be the last person to use the word credibility, especially on matters bordering corruption. Mr. Mahama is the only politician I know at the highest level who is incurably corrupt and visionless. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And I'll substantiate that.
Substantiate that.
In February 2009, at least according to the Federal Court report on the matter of the infamous Airbus scandal, the court established conclusively that Mr. Mahama, as early as February 2009, was in constant email conversations with officials of Airbus. Alfred, we've all read the Crown's report, the decision in France, and that of the US. And we have also listed, after a series of investigation by the special prosecutor, that it was established clearly that Mr. Mahama was the man designated as government official one. And you know how it is? It was this man who used his brother, named as intermediary 5, to receive bribes worth $8 million through a funny company registered in Spain. And that funny company took $3 million out of the money and remitted over $5 million to Mr. Mahama. It was not just a matter of the Airbus. And indeed, if we were in a democratic culture that works efficiently, Mr. Mahama should not be leading any political party into any election. This is a man whose reputation as a corrupt man is known locally and internationally. In fact, in a BBC interview, he was asked clearly, have you ever received bribes? He dilly-dallied and said and posed a counter question, whether as human being or as president. When Dr. Bawumia spoke at UPSC, he proudly declared as human being and as vice president that he is not corrupt. Indeed, civil society leaders, and I'm going to give you an example. The executive director of Media Foundation has expressed an opinion on these two key individuals in our politics. First, in the case of Mr. Mahama on the Airbus.
Are you talking about Suleiman
Abrema? When he was interviewed on Joy FM.
When?
After the news, the scandal broke out.